the green challenge of the most recent election has significantly narrowed the base of the regime to hardline purists that are backed by revolutionary security forces. I was wondering if Secretary Burns...
Time is running out. The deadline is near. Robert Gibbs, December 3rd. Well, we're going to have consequences if they don't turn around. December 20th, 2009. The list goes on and on of the threats that we have made to the Iranians, and so far, no action. George Schultz, my favorite Secretary of State in all the world, once said his Marine drill instructor told him, never point a gun at somebody unless you're ready to pull a trigger. We keep pointing the gun. We haven't pulled a single trigger yet, and it's about time that we did.
Secretary Burns, you mentioned this scenario.
Do you believe that China will agree to sanctions at all through the United Nations Security Council?
Yes, sir, I do.
You do? You're on the record. You believe that China will agree to sanctions through the United Nations Security Council that would have any meaningful effect,
Yes, sir. I think that's, as you asked, is that possible? I do believe that's possible.
Is it probable?
We'll have to see, sir. We're just beginning a serious negotiation in New York.
The Iranians in Iraq. With the election dispute ongoing between Prime Minister Maliki and former Prime Minister Alawi, have you determined that there's
national power into a comprehensive strategy that addresses the threat that Iran presents? And Secretary Flournoy and Secretary Burns, if y'all can comment on that.
With the assumptions that we made and talked about with the enriched and getting us out to a year, that when we look at other examples of development, that there is a trend that would say that it would take, having the uranium, it would take another 2 to 3, potentially out to 5 years to move from the idea of having the material to a deliverable weapon that is usable.
The things we would have to worry about in that regard, that would not...